We can hear them crying at the lane. Eberechi scores again. Woke up with Big Arteta, he said, wow, fuck off, Tottenham, I'm a good now. Da 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 fam. Is limbs, actual limbs. I can't even be I just woke up. I did the instant match reaction. I couldn't sit down to make a video, and I even slept. I just woke up, like I slept in my shirt. The adrenaline was crazy. I think I slept by about maybe like 2 hours after midnight, maybe like 2 a.m. It was crazy, fam. And I said I must do this video because this is one of the best analysis I am going to do. We can hear them crying at the lane. Eberechi scores 3 again. Oh, they must be in breakdown, bro. They must be wilding. I don't even know what Tottenham fans will be doing right now. They'll be losing their actual minds. Like they'll be like, this is not happening right now. But it happened. We were there, we witnessed it, whether we were at the stadium. And I'm telling you, yeah, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the atmosphere. Because those type of atmospheres, you dream about it. And I made a video, I put it on my snap. I said, the day I go to this stadium, yeah, the day you guys catch me in this state, you will not hear the end of it. Because when you have that type of atmosphere, when you can feel the atmosphere from television, nah, that's when you know that this is limbs, this is vibes, bro. As the fireworks were going, I see the fireworks were taking me up with them. I was like, the Tifo, bro. So Campbell as Christ the Redeemer. What do you know about that, fam? Oh my days, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know where to even start. Where do we start? The atmosphere was crazy. All of the Arsenal fans, that is what we need. Forget about this PTSD of a thing, bro. Forget about that. What was the point? Forget about it, bro. What would you get to? What will happen to us? If we finish second, you finish second. But if we win, we win. So you're telling me you're going to spend the rest of this season. If we win, you're going to regret it the rest of your life. Say, why did I back this team? Because look at it, man. Going into it, everybody was like, Gabriel is injured. Ikapi, put them inside. Put everybody inside. Let them play football the Arsenal way, bro. This is the way we play. Honestly. And I was watching that match. I need slide there, W. I don't even know what to say, bro. And this was like yesterday. I'm still hungover. I need slid on tiles. Bro, I have a nasty injury right now. When the third goal went now, I was moving mad. Bro, I don't even know where to even start about that performance. As a child, watching Arsenal, watching the likes of Ozil, watching the likes of Aaron Ramsey, watching Aubameyang. As a child, I was like, imagine I'm in this team, bro. Imagine I'm playing with the likes of these players. As a child, imagine you're scoring a hat-trick against Tottenham Hotspur. A team that you could have gone to as a child. That's what dreams are made of. That is the definition of dreams for me. I don't know what else anybody says about that. That is the definition of dreams for me. That is what I dream of every single. Even when I go to sleep, I'm like, imagine being in that dressing room. Imagine receiving tactics from Mikel Arteta. Imagine receiving tactics from Arsene Wenger. It was a dream. But Eberechi Eze, childhood Arsenal fan, made it come true. Faith, made it come true. Let it all fucking work out. Oh my god, let it all work out. Now y'all are not ready for that. But I don't even know where to start. I've spoken about the atmosphere and Sublime. We're going to get into the tactics and whatnot later. But honestly, I couldn't be happier. I don't think I've ever been this happy after a win since Real Madrid. I think it was Real Madrid I was really excited for a win last like this. Maybe Atletico Madrid too, but I don't know. Atletico Madrid was a bit meh, but Real Madrid was the real, and then this return fixture too. Like, that was gas. But yeah, the tea for everything. I was feeling it through the television. I was like, yeah, fam, it's raps, man. Like, this is what I want. Just go now in this league. But we'll get down to that. Let's talk about the team selection. And like we're used to these days, in my opinion, I think Arteta got it right once again. I feel like this is the best team that I could have put out for the occasion. I really, if you watch my match, my starting 11, my predicted 11, I was like, do we go for Mosquera or do we go for Nkapi? in my mind, I personally wanted Nkapie, and that's what Arteta did. Why did I want Nkapie? And I put the reason. I can't say you can go and watch that because I would have seen the 11 now. But because of that balance is too necessary. You don't get what I mean? You see, when you try to fiddle with a team, I prefer like for like things. When you try to fiddle with a team, now you have to come up with a new way to compensate for one thing or the other. You can leave yourself open at some point. But when you see people like Nkapie, it complements Gabriel in terms of aggression, complements Gabriel left-footed left centre back. It complements the position perfectly because Calafiori runs up and then all of a sudden he finds himself a left back in Nkapie, and that's the natural position. So he complements it properly. But if you talk about putting Mosquera there, you're right-footed, you would like to be drifting onto the right sometimes. You might leave the space that is meant to be covering for Calafiori. Even though he has been good for us, but you have to take all those into consideration at some point. And I liked that team selection for Mikel Arteta. He put the balance into consideration, and Nkapie was. And I went on Footmob. I was like, and people were telling, and Footmob was telling me that Nkapie won like one deal, and I'm like, I did this lot. They watched the match. Because I think every single time that I saw the ball go long to Nkapie, he's towering over the head of Richarlison or Kudus to head the ball. And I think I saw that at least 5 times. So I don't know how you're telling me that he won one dude. I think those guys, that's why I don't like stats at all. I don't understand. What do you mean? What do you mean zero? I think anybody that watched that match could see that Nkapie won at least 6 duels in the air and on the ground. But less of that. Brilliant team selection. I don't think there was no difference except Nkapie coming in. Then Eze was magical in that 10, and it was the balance was so essential. And I don't know, I don't even know what to talk about Eze. What do I say more about Eberechi Eze? What do you want me to say again? Except from what a hat trick. It could have 4. It could have been an Arshavin. It could have been Arshavin. It could have been Arshavin. And it would have been mad. 5-1 against Tottenham. Nah, that would have been raps. That would have been actual raps. Honest, I think the only thing that really pissed me off maybe was the goal. And for that goal, I don't think Raya is really at fault, because I think one thing we really like about Raya, 2 things that we like about Raya the most is his positioning and his distribution. His positioning is very, very good. So I think that was the best position that a goalkeeper could have been in. You get, because the ball was being played at the back. It's not like they were further up the field. The ball was at the back. It's not like the ball was like further up the field, and So God love, unfortunately, Richarlison of all people. Now, damn that pigeon, bro, get out. Could have removed the shirt as well. Idiots, fam. Idiots of the week for me. But that was brilliant. Another deadly performance from Trossard. I don't know whether some rich man in Saudi was like, yeah, Leandro Trossard, I'm going to give you like 500k a week. And then he went to ask Arteta like, oh, bro, this guy is offering me like this amount of money. Arteta was like, we'll triple it, bro. Now play your best football. And I was like, yeah, let me repay that faith. And Trossard went on and like, he's just doing bits. I think he has a lot of GA. I think in that match alone, he had 2 assists. And yeah, I think he had 2 assists if I'm not mistaken, because I think Rice had one, Merino had one, so the rest 2 was a Trossard. So yeah, brilliant performance. And a goal, by the way. I forgot the goal. So 2 goals and 1 assist, 3 GA in one match. That was more than 30 man that was recently signed. If I speak, I will be in big trouble. If I speak, that's 3 GA in one game. I'm not just gonna say anything, because if I speak, I'll be in big trouble. But yeah, Trossard, brilliant performance, and the whole team was good. Even when Mendy gave the ball away for the goal, it was still, let's be honest, everything went through him. It's just that double ball with Rice. It's just a natural flowing machine. It's like it's just pulling each other. When they come together, they pass the ball. When it goes for Mendy launches a ball, he's able to collect the ball in those half spaces, do the turns, recycle the ball. Everything goes through him. That's the point. It's such silky machine that we love to watch. That's the thing. That's another thing. Just love to watch that type of machine. There's nothing else better than that. And the whole team, I don't even know what to say about the whole team. It's like I've seen this performance a lot. The scoreline might not every scoreline might reflect it, but I see this performance a lot. And we talk about the Sunderland game last week, last 2 weeks. The Sunderland game, I still feel like it was a very good game. I think we were unfortunate. I think our injuries caught up to us because Noni is back today. Martinelli was back today. Imagine you brought on Noni that match against Sunderland, and all of a sudden he did what he did today. Because you see Noni, he almost got a goal. He really came on because what did he do? He took the ball, storms down, shoots, wins a corner. That's what we need against Sunderland. Someone that keeps the ball. But we didn't have that. And you can't bring someone like Max Dowman on in a physical away game where the supporters are up for it. It's too even Waneri to some extent. It's too toxic. I think those type of things you try to warm it in sometimes. Maybe in those type of atmosphere, but not when it's that low in the game or 9 minutes of the game. So I think that's another game. It's better that we even drew that match than we lost it. I would have rather we drew that match than we lost it, which we did. But that's the whole team just brilliant. Merino, I'm going to talk about him later. So let's go to the tactics board, JLA tactics board. Let's see what are we saying here in the JLA tactics board. You see, there's one thing that I'm seeing here. Yeah. The other thing I'm seeing here that when I first saw, I was like, we need this game. You see, when a team tries to play a back five or a back three with wing backs, it doesn't pay them because they're coming to sit in a low block. And when you come to sit in a low block, I think the only problem that I might have seen is Merino in the position occupying Romero and maybe sometimes Van de Ven. But he wasn't there. It was sometimes on the right where you have, let's push them up between, you have Eze here, you have Trossard in this space between Danso and maybe Spence was somewhere here. But Trossard was more with Danso, then Calafiori was with Spence in this type of area. Then Rice is Mendy dog pivots in this type of place. Then you have Mendy's in the slightly in the middle. Then Saka here, Van de Ven, Timber with the doggy. Then Saliba further up, playing like a John Stones type of role. Then Kapi as well around here covering Calafiori. So it turns into a back three effectively of Nkapie, Zubimendi and William Saliba when they're trying to attack, and then they dealt that well with Timber coming back and Calafiori coming back as well, bombing up and down this left. It was just playing. Calafiori was dominating Kudus, fam. I don't even know. It was dominating Kudus. But the problem was that in a low block, what you really want to have, ideally, if we're playing a good team, because I feel Tottenham's a bit shit, you really want to have a striker here. You really do. Because if you do now, what this does is frees up space in the middle for Eze. Now, if Spurs really knew what they were doing for the first goal, because you had Eze kind of here. No, we had the first chance before that. And what they did is Merino was somewhere here, and then Romero was around here. We first closed down Eze, and then Rice went here. Merino was also here. So now Romero is like, who do I go for? You get, because what he should have done is immediately close down Eze, but he doesn't have that. I don't know why. He went to Merino, which freed up space for Eze to do the little dink. Rice volleyed at the keeper. First kind of chance to me. Now, what is my key problem with Merino? If we're playing a better team, I think I really need him to be in the center. Or I need the Gyökeres. That's what I need. But this game, it works perfectly because what Spurs were trying to play, it won't just work against this Arsenal team. That counter, low block, it won't work against this Arsenal. Maybe last season it should have worked. Because we will not break you down. We want to play into the net. And more often than not, last season, it led us to some crazy counter goals that I think I can remember, But now, what really now happened that really took us to our advantage was I think I can't even remember how it was. I think Timber was here. I think he got the ball from Saliba. Timber turned, pirouetted. Rice was somewhere here. He pirouetted. Bentancur was here with Romero. And all of a sudden, there was like a free space in this zone. I like to call it zone 14. This zone 14 is really nice. You see, this zone 14 is one of the best places to be in the pitch because you can see everything in front of you. And I like to see, what I like to see is play what's in front of you. And then you have Trossard peeling off Danso. Danso is trying to cover Trossard. But the problem is that Trossard is now making an inside run. So Danso is struggling to turn here to come in and get Trossard. And Trossard is on the back end. Danso is on the back foot already because Danso is facing like this and Trossard is facing forward because Danso is trying to turn to meet Trossard. And then Romero, what would have really benefited them here in this zone is Romero coming to Merino before Timber plays this ball to him. I think that's what would have really benefited them in the situation that we scored the goal. And then we also had Van der Ven here. Sorry. Let's clear the drawings. Yeah. Okay. You also had Van der Ven there in this kind of position. Romero here. You get it was something like this. Then you had Bentancur somewhere here with Merino. But what was the problem? They didn't know what to do. They underrated Merino. And one thing about Merino is a very, very technical player. Merino is the type of player that he can bust a move. That's what I like to see. He likes to bust a move. He's a very flashy player if you give him the space and the time. Romero could have come out because Van der Ven has the pace to go to catch anybody in behind. I think we saw that with Timber sometimes in the first half. Van der Ven is a very pacey player, so I would have backed him to even go and get the ball from Trossard before he makes so. So Romero should have moved there, left Van der Ven and Danso to deal with Trossard in behind, and Bentancur too could have closed them. Bentancur could have closed down Mikel Merino before Timber plays this crossball to Merino. And all of them did what? All of them actually backed off. Bentancur backed off here. Paulina was around here, so he has also kind of backed off in a way. What did Merino do? Merino just advanced the ball. Sorry, let me clear this. Let me clear all of this. What did Merino do? Merino advanced the ball a bit. Bentancur backed off. Romero backed off, playing Trossard onside. And Trossard, a very short player, very low center of gravity. You expect him, he will maintain his composure here. That's Trossard. He's not a very tall player, so he can have a low center of gravity to stay close to the floor so that he can pirouette that quick. What did Merino now do? He has all this space in zone 14, as I like to call it. He has had all of the space in zone 14 to himself. Look, nobody's closing him down. What did Merino do? Just a little dink into Trossard. Trossard spins. Van der Ven, Romero tries to go in front of him, falls. Van der Ven tries to get a slight tackle, deflects into the goal. 1-0. 1-0 to the Arsenal. That's just what it is. Now let's reset. Let's see if we can reset the board. Now, at that point now, Spurs are like, do we change our shape? Do we try to come out more to attack? And they made the wrong decision. I think at the same time, there's no decision to make that there's no decision that they could make that will benefit them, because if they change their shape, if they open up, if they go to a back four, we're going to get more goals. If they keep their shape, we are going to continue opening them up because they don't know what to do. They're clueless. They are very clueless. So what happened for the second goal? This was very cool to see, and I loved this move. See, Van der Ven tucked in here, Danso tucked in a way, something like this. Then Udogie was somewhere. Sorry. Udogie went here. I don't even know where their forward players were defending, to be fair. Spence was here. And then Trossard went into the box. Then Spence was with Calafiori. Then Declan Rice was here in the middle. Anyway, I think Palina was somewhere here. Bentancur was somewhere here. Then Saka was here. And then Timber was here. Really on this type of side. Then Zubimendi somewhere here. I think it was occupying Odiba. Then Eze was here. Then Merino was somewhere here. Or I think here. I think Merino was with Bentancur. Then Saliba was playing like the John Stones role that we like, and Kape covering this place. So here you can see that we are the shape that we are in now. We are looking for another goal. We want another goal, and we have pinned them back into their own half. So what do we do here? The ball, Saliba, Zubimendi, Saka, Timber. I think Timber and Saka skin Udogie. So Udogie is somewhere here, and Timber puts in a ball. The ball actually flies over. No, the ball flies over. I think Romero heads it away. Then Rice just played an awesome cushioned the ball. He didn't put power on it. There was power on the cross from Timber. So he just cushioned it in the air towards Eze. Cushions it towards Eze in the air. Eze takes it down. Eze takes it down and calms down. He turns. He gets the ball. Eze gets the ball. He turns. Romero comes here. He skins Romero, goes past Romero. Van der Ven was coming here. Udogie was also coming here. And he puts it through, came in, took some touches, calmed the ball down into the simple 2-0 to the Arsenal. Why? It was so, as I said, it was so free in zone 14. Look, if I highlight zone 14 now, there are only 4 players in the zone. 2 of them being Arsenal players are the furthest. And that's why you like Eberechi is in moments like that. Spin shot, film, enough power in it to take it past the keeper, even with the deflection. I was hearing some shouts of, oh, it was some offside players. Bro, let's not make that a thing. Please. We are talking about the PJ inconsistency. Let's not make that a thing. But that was sublime piece of play. I don't know. And it was just, I don't even know what to even talk. It was so good. I don't know why I'm like, it was just so good. It was just so good from Arsenal. I don't think there was anything better. That piece of play. Then we reset it again. And you look at this. Now let's try to break down the goal after halftime. What happened in the goal after halftime? It was more of a sprint goal. I didn't watch that goal, but when I saw it, I'm not going to really do analysis on that goal because I didn't watch it. But again, it is zone 14. It is that zone. You see, nobody was there. This is why we needed this type of players. Zone 14, I don't think Palina was there. Romero was certainly not there. I think Romero was somewhere like here. And then all of them were fighting for the ball here. I think Timber was also here. Mendy was somewhere here. But these ones were on this side or somewhere here. You get what I mean? Kape, Calafiori, normal positioning now. All of a sudden, Saka gets the ball. Sees Eze. I think Bentancur is with Rice or something. I don't even know where. I don't even know where they were. I don't even know what type of marking they were doing. Eze gets the ball, pirouette, left-footed into the half volley, into the bottom corner. Second goal for Eze, 3-0 to the Arsenal. And then you talk about the other goals. I can't even say that they made subs because their subs didn't even make any impact. You don't get what I mean? That's all I can even say. That's all I'm even going to do on the tactics board. Because Eze's last goal was just, he wanted to come and meet us. He wanted to come and score more goals after he scored from our mistake. We're going to punish you and we're going to show you. And Eze banged in a hat-trick and it was raps. I don't even know. It was raps. It was raps. You get what I mean? It was just absolute raps. I'm too happy. And I don't know what else I can really say about that performance from. I don't know what else I can say about that performance from Izzy. Number one. Um, I also can see. I don't even know what I can say about the team performance because honestly, let's talk about Odegaard and Izzy for a start. Now I've seen this comparison everywhere, Odegaard or Izzy. I think what we're used to, and I think Arsenal fans are always very, very regimented. I think especially even when Ateta came in, I think we always like to get hooked on a particular way of playing, which was the winger ball that we all knew, the brilliant attacking football, but there was no defense to it. And I think we all see that now. I see we're still trying to get an adjustment. But when we look at it, is that not the best way to really play this in this century? I mean, in this era. Let's think about it. Eze and Odegaard, two different type of players. Eze won't give you the he will give you the moment, but Eze will not come and be collecting ball from you. He will never. He might maybe when he wants to feel the ball, he will come and will make some space. But if there's space in front of him and he gets the ball, that's when he will do stuff for you. It's not Odegaard. Odegaard might be comfortable, come in, tap the ball, do a triangle pass with a few maybe Rice and Zuneli and then Saliba, do a triangle pass with them, that type of thing. But he says it's not like that. And that is what will benefit you against this type of low blocks. Somebody that wants to attack, somebody that is composed, somebody that has the magic feet, that wants to go past players and just bang it top pins, pick a spot. Odegaard is not even was never like that. He used to score goals, but Odegaard is still was never like that. I think he's a good goal scorer, Odegaard, but he isn't a space attacker. He will apply the pressure, he will collect the ball from you. He wants to have the ball at his feet. But Eze is not like that. And I don't think he will ever be like that. And I don't want him to ever be like that. And I think Arsenal fans need to, and I think I had a lot of Arsenal fans saying Eze has been disappointing or Eze has been underwhelming, not really underwhelming. But I look at it and I'm like, no, I strongly, and I think I wish I had the higher platform to say that, oh, I don't think so. Because I do not think so. I think Eze has put brilliant moment. I think what I wanted Eze for has been what he has been doing. He has what? I think he has 6 goals now in a national sheet. I think maybe like 5 or 6. And I think he has at least 4 assists. And you see those assists, when you talk about assists, they are not, I can remember everything off the top of my head. That's how brilliant. How do you remember assists off the top of your head? That's how I know that they are brilliant assists. You have the one against Man City. Just pop the ball. Do you know how hard it is to do that? Do you know how hard it is to pass a ball over the top, make it actually land where you want it to land, and get a goal from it? Do you know how hard that is? Only a player of Eze's quality can do that. Maybe Odegaard. Odegaard can also do that. But Eze can do that. Against Nottingham Forest, Victor Gyökeres goal. Eze on the left. Balling from Calafiori. Takes it one time cross. Goal. He doesn't control it. He lets the ball land on his feet and he sweeps it with his weak foot. Goal. Do you get why? Do you know how crazy that is? What other? I can't remember any other assist, but I think there have been some majestic moments. The scissor kick against Crystal Palace. Nobody can do that in Arsenal. Maybe Saka, but I don't think so. A scissor kick? What? Fam, you're absolutely wilding. What the hat-tricks today? I don't even know what else to say. And Spurs, as soon as I saw the 5 at the back formation, I knew that it's wraps. I knew that you can't come to Emirates and play 5 at the back against us. Since they tried to pack the bus against us in the last minute, and how did I end up for them? It was very, very bad, wasn't it? It was a draw, but it was very, very bad because we would have scored more if there was more time. Let's be honest. So yeah, that's one thing about Spurs. I don't really rate them, and yeah, God, you must chop you. But yeah, it's now about consistency. We have Bayern. I will do the match preview for that. Bayern then Chelsea, and we have to go all in. We have to go all in for everything. That's the only way you can keep up the momentum. That's the only way you can keep the belief in themselves. You have to be up for everything. And now we have a boost back. We have Madueke back. We have Martinelli back. I think Gyökeres should be back. I think Odegaard should be on the verge of being back. Yeah, I think a lot of people should be back because I saw the way they were jumping yesterday. So you must definitely be back if you're jumping like that. I won't be. So yeah, and for me, just one game at a time. I believe. But what would make me cement my belief, is different from having a blueprint. You have a blueprint, but it's different from the foundations being. It's different from laying the cement with using the blueprint. So yeah. So that's when it's Christmas and we're top of the league, I'll be like, yes, yes, we're doing this. And if we don't do it, honestly, but I doubt I believe in this team so much. No complacency at all. Just do what you want to do and get out. Next game, prep. Get it out of your mind. Next game. Hmm. And as I said, we should make our home ground a fortress. We are still unbeaten at home this season. I think we have only had a draw against Man City, which is a very good result. We're having the likes of Crystal Palace coming, the likes of Man City, the likes of Tottenham coming. So that's a very very good. So now that we even have some away games, next year is going to be good because we've cut some away games out of the way, like Old Trafford, like Anfield. We're going to have Stamford Bridge out. I think St James's Park is out, so you can actually now concentrate on making that home ground a fortress. And if you do that, because if you look at the likes of Liverpool, that's what they really did those years. You can't come to Anfield and win. You get what I mean? But now I guess everybody's beating them at Anfield along with their moms and dads. But yeah, I'm just still happy. I don't know how else to make this video longer because I think I can't overspeak on this team. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to come out tomorrow with a Bayern Munich match preview, and come on, you Gunners!